Copyright disclaimer. I'm excited, but then I'm also really nervous because like 80% of your stuff wrecks me, 100% of your stuff is lovely. All right. Ooh. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill. This is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture, except been living under a rock. Been a while since I've done a Mitski video. It's also been a while since Mitski has done new music. I really like talking about her stuff, and Mitski just dropped a new, not only song, but music video, Working for the Knife, literally just now. And yeah, we're doing it. Holy crap. I'm nervous, but also excited. I'm going to be giving it a quick listen and then giving my thoughts and talking about the song, one listen, and then the lyrics just to kind of go over it. You never disappoint me, and I've really enjoyed my previous videos. If you haven't watched them, check it out. Playlist linked in the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, ring the bell, check the settings, set them to all, blah, 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 YouTube words. I also have a gaming channel, Bill Chill Gaming. That's linked in the description. And speaking of the description, there's also a link to a card. They'll send you to resources for social awareness and education, as well as mental health, crisis lines, Trevor Project resources, things like that, should you or someone you know need them. I just realized, I think all of my Mitski videos, each one has been in a different apartment, so that's cute. If you want more Mitski content on this channel, let me know. Views, likes, and all that stuff is a good indicator that people want me to talk about stuff more, and I'd be happy to keep doing some. But yeah, let's do this. Working for the Knife, the official video. Oh, there was still that 5% of me that was like, maybe this will be a happy, uplifting song, but it's 2021. It's okay, feel what you're feeling. Where are we going? Ooh, I'm here for the synth. Cry at the start of every movie. Me. I love the way it sounds. Kick off your shoes. Wow, no, sanitation, please. Also, I care about your stories. Your stories are amazing. Yes, choreography. Shit. Oh, shit. No! Oh, God, get back up, please. God, that is haunting as shit. Good God. Oh, God, the lack of sound, like going all out on stage like that, like, oh my God. No, go back to the good synthy stuff. Oh my God, please. But feel what you're feeling. Jesus. Okay, well, I loved the way it sounded. It was usually a good, like, grungy, rocky sound when we go in that direction. I loved adding the synth. But God, those visuals. I'm a little conflicted by the ending visuals. First, it made me think, like, I put everything out on stage, like, how important, like, performing is to you, and how, like, maybe even, like, missing music and concerts and things like that, and expressing yourself in those ways. We got, like, the heavy static, and then just the absence of sound, and it started to feel so painful and scary, and, like, it makes me wonder, especially with the lyrics. I used to think I would tell stories, but nobody cared for the stories I had. It's like, maybe you feel like people don't get your music, or that people don't like it, or you feel like there's a disconnect there or something. But like the heavy breathing and the smiling at the end, it makes me think like either the morbid enjoying the pain, or it puts you through so much but there's a sense of gratification at the end. I don't know which way it's pulling me, as far as like, it could be all of it honestly, but like maybe feeling like you put so much of yourself out there that you have to kind of brace for that impact. But God, I love the way it sounded. I love the way it rocked, but it had this like I was saying, like morbid synth kind of quality to it. Felt like kind of moving through the haze and like finally pinpointing some of these thoughts or feelings, finally getting some of it down and set to music, but then like still moving through everything. And it almost gives me this meta texture of, I've now expressed myself, this thought through this song, through this video, and I like that feeling of like release as you set it out to others. And it's like, despite the uncertainties, despite the pain, it's like it's still exhilarating to set it out there and see what happens. I loved that song, holy crap. But God, I love your voice. I loved how there was like this kind of melancholy veil over part of it, but then like the choreography too, like it started to like make everything sharper, and it was interesting seeing so many like backwards movements and going like down the stairs backwards at that. It almost felt like a sinking feeling or having to kind of like go to this darker place to like write even. Again, if we're going to hit on this like meta layer that I was kind of feeling, it was really lovely, but like scary and heartbreaking. And I think that's kind of the point, you know, like we're prepping to perform, even down to like taking off the hat and the shoes and everything. It almost felt like kind of here's the performance ready outfit. And then like, okay, let's make it more practical for what I'm about to do. Let's look at those lyrics. I cry at the start of every movie. I guess I wish I was making things too. Good God, me. And that, again, that's what's so heartbreaking is it's like, maybe it is about like chasing that exhilarating feeling and like you just can't feel it lately. Like you don't feel like you're making something. Like I'm not here to like diagnose or anything, so I'll say imposter syndrome-esque. I've been using that term lately to esque. Like it reminds me of that. Agree to disagree, Mitski. I love watching your visuals. I love listening to your music. I love breaking down your lyrics. There's so much there to work with, and it's interesting. It's exciting. You have a voice, but I can also see like, you know, your feelings are still valid. You know, I can see how it doesn't feel real, or even lately it's like without that kind of engagement, maybe it's more about isolation. I'm working for the knife. I tried seeing if that was like a phrase and all I got was under the knife. So if that is a established phrase, I apologize for not knowing it in my smooth brain. Either working with or working through pain or just trying to like feel something. Subdued. It felt so heavy, I guess is the word I'm thinking of. Like already grungy music makes me think that, but then like with the synth not even like spiking in that energy, especially at the beginning, it's like grappling with your mental health. Even in these lyrics, I used to think I'd be done by 20. Now at 29, the road ahead appears the same. Maybe at 30, I'll see a way to change. I think it's about struggling with those things and that depression. And then, like I said, the visceral performance on stage, like just throwing it all out there, like trying to exude it, get it out of you, express it, and then at the same time feeling like you're doing it all for nothing, but then feeling like you got it out for a second, that moment of reprieve before it comes back. That's what it kind of made me think of. Like it almost felt masochistic in a sense, if that's the word I'm thinking of, like just ripping yourself apart, or like the choreography, like moving backwards and then also going down those stairs. It's like you're sinking back to that dark place, but that dark place was also the stage where you perform. Maybe it's just about like drawing on that vicious cycle, like you doubt yourself, how it was shot and everything was like, it's chaotic, it's jumbled, like your visuals tell such a story. Maybe even it's about like wishing you were doing more, but like how destructive that place is, but then like having to sink down to that headspace, the way that you're contorting, the way that you're moving and like moving kind of backwards towards the stage. It's like pulling from that well or writing your emotions down so you can create something to perform. And maybe it is like that vicious cycle of like going to that dark place, like putting on the airs of the clothes, taking off the hat and the shoes and getting ready to like, you know, sink down to that dark place, have something, present it, show it, and then as you've like ripped yourself apart or like physically exerted yourself like that to try to express all of those feelings, then that like collapse and that feeling of like, I did it. And it almost gives me this feeling of like, and then the cycle's gonna continue. I don't know, it's heartbreaking, but like it's also like it's very validating and it's kind of beautiful like to see that in others. I appreciate the honesty of having the fear and questioning everything. Once we finally like got up there and started to like take in the stage and everything, almost had like this moment of joy, but it stayed dark. And then once we started performing and like the music started to go away and the static and everything too before that drained that little sliver of light. I loved it, but like, Jesus, I'm so sorry. I used to think I'd be done by 20. Now at 29, the road ahead appears the same. Maybe at 30, I'll see a way to change. That I'm living for the knife. Good God. Again, links in the description, mental health crisis signs, things like that. I'm so sorry, but also like, thank you for talking about this stuff. You know, like that's helpful. It's a sad bang. Like, I kind of really love it. I love that feeling of like sitting in it, like letting not only you, the artist creating it, but like me listening to it, like feeling that kind of gestate and like acknowledging that those feelings are there. It makes me feel less alone. I'm sure it does for other people too. So like, thank you for that, you know, for just being honest. I start the day high and it ends so low. I start the day lying and end with the truth. That's interesting. Repeating the start with the day, end with the day. I start the day high and it ends so low. I start the day lying and end with the truth. So the lie is the highs and the truth is being low. Maybe it's just about like pushing yourself to that point. Like I said, crawling backwards like that, the choreography. There's a million different ways you could have gone down to the stage, right? There's a million different ways you could have traversed this. You chose to sort of contort, moving backwards like that and facing the camera, like maybe, and then the physicality of what you were doing on stage. Lovely choreography, but like it felt so pained. The energy was like pushing yourself or forcing yourself. The choreography wasn't forced. It was very good execution, so I don't want it to sound like that, but it felt like you're pushing yourself down, 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 or being dragged. You start the day high, but that's a lie. Oh, and it rhymes. And the low is the truth. I just realized I wasn't even subscribed to your official YouTube channel. That's rude of me. Boom, and we'll ring the bell, because I'm not a hypocrite. Working for the knife, like pain, working for pain. Maybe it's about like trying to turn your pain into something. Art, song, music, the physical choreography, the visuals of the video. All your work, honestly. It's not like this just started now, but you're not like forcing it like as in it's false, but like pushing yourself to try to continue to create something out of all this pain you've been feeling, but now you're living for the knife. You've made a career out of taking yourself to that dark place. I don't know if anything I'm saying makes sense. It hurts because like I love your lyrics. Like I said, noticing just right there the starting the day, repeating itself like that, the start and end happening twice. That's so interesting. I love your lyrics. I love your music. Like, and so many people do too. And I hope you know that, but it's also your wellness comes first, but thank you for making this. I'm so conflicted. Like there's such a meta texture to this. My camera battery dying as I like have a breakdown is like the most fitting thing I feel like for this video. It hurts, but like I loved it. But like I feel guilty about loving it. Like it feels like watching someone else's inside. You know what I mean? Bo Burnham's inside, not, you know what I mean. It's like painful, but I'm getting something out of it. And then I feel guilty for getting something out of it because of the pain that you're describing and showcasing, right? But I loved it. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Please, I love talking about music and animation and stories in general, but I love talking about Mitski stuff. So if there's something I missed, let me know in the comments. Those are my thoughts on Mitski's working for the knife. If you want more Mitski content, be sure to let me know. Like the video to support me, subscribe, ring the bell. This feels weird doing that after this song. YouTube words, you get it. Ooh, that sent me into a weird place. I'm okay. Ooh, shit. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love the song. I love listening to your music. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I've said that already. I'm starting to... Ooh, boy. Don't forget, there's a card linked in the description for resources for mental health crisis line, social awareness, and education, as well as Trevor Project resources should you or someone you know need them. Be safe, be mindful of others, wear a mask if you choose to go out, drink some water. Remember to take care of yourselves, please.